Dr. Emma Hayes hadn't planned on making history today. In fact, she planned on making a much more mundane video proving her department had wrong about the age of the temple ruins. Instead, she was now staring at what appeared to be impossibly shifting geometric patterns on a wall that, according to all her previous scans, should have been solid granite. And for those just joining the live stream, she narrated, adjusting her headlamp as she zoomed the camera in closer, "This is definitely not the natural rock formation Dr. Patterson insisted we were wasting university resources on." She allowed herself a small smirk, though I'll admit I wasn't exactly expecting. Whatever this is. The patterns seemed to flow like liquid mercury beneath the surface of the stone, forming complex mathematical sequences that made her head hurt if she looked at them too long. Her chat was going crazy, with viewers attempting to decode the symbols and others insisting this had to be an elaborate hoax. "I'm going to attempt to document the complete sequence," Emma announced, pulling out her tablet to record the patterns. Her fingers flew across the screen as she traced the shifting symbols, her archaeological training kicking in despite the impossibility of what she was seeing. The sequence appears to be cyclical, but there's something almost organic about the way The tablet chirped, its screen suddenly flooding with data. Emma froze as the symbols she just traced began to glow with a pale blue light, first on her screen, then on the wall itself. That's not supposed to happen. She backed up a step, her scientific curiosity warring with basic survival instincts. For those watching, I want to state for the record that I definitely did not install any lighting systems in here, and if this is how I die, please tell Dr. Patterson he can personally witness how wrong he was at my funeral. The ground beneath her feet began to vibrate, sending loose pebbles skittering across the temple floor. Emma quickly steadied her camera, determined to document whatever was happening, even as the rational part of her brain screamed at her to run. "The temperature in the chamber is dropping rapidly," she reported, her breath now visible in the increasingly cold air. "And the patterns appear to be converging." The flowing symbols were indeed gathering toward a central point, forming a spiral of impossible geometry that seemed to extend both inward and outward simultaneously. The vibrations intensified, and Emma had to brace herself against the wall to stay upright. "I'm seeing what appears to be a structural transformation in the chamber's foundation," she continued, her voice steady despite the situation. "The stone itself seems to be crystallizing." As if in response to her words, the floor split open with a sound like breaking glass. Crystal structures erupted from the fissure, growing at impossible speeds, their surfaces refracting her headlamp's beam into prismatic patterns across the walls. But it wasn't just light they were refracting. The very air seemed to bend and twist around them. "Holy shit," Emma whispered, momentarily forgetting her professional demeanor. Her live-stream chat exploded with activity, but she barely noticed. The crystalline formation had begun to pulse with an internal light, each beat sending waves of color rippling through its structure. And then she saw it. Within the largest crystal, a form was taking shape, something massive, something that, according to every law of physics she knew, couldn't possibly exist in three-dimensional space. The crystal cracked, and a voice that felt like it was coming from everywhere and nowhere spoke. "Puro togtol initiate Guardian sequence activated. SKNNING for QVALIFY. Civilization." Emma, running purely on scientific instinct now, raised her tablet to record everything. Subject appears to be some form of non-human entity emerging from a crystalline stasis chamber. Time is. She checked her watch, then laughed slightly hysterically, apparently running backwards, so that's going to need a footnote in the paper. The entity's form finally stabilized, resolving into something her mind could almost comprehend. Almost. "Scan complete," it announced. "Civilization status uncertain. Awakening protocol irregular. Explain yourself, human." Emma looked at her tablet, then at her camera still streaming to hundreds of thousands of viewers, then at the cosmic entity waiting for a response. She took a deep breath and did what any self-respecting scientist would do in this situation. "So," she said, "want to peer review my dissertation?" The cosmic entity loomed in the crystalline chamber, its form shifting between states of matter that shouldn't coexist. Emma's livestream chat had devolved into a mixture of scientific theories, memes, and people asking if this was a marketing stunt for a new Netflix series. "Your query regarding peer review is insufficient," the Guardian stated, its voice causing ripples in reality that made Emma's phone autocorrect everything to cosmic horror poetry. "I am the guardian of the seventh seal, keeper of universal knowledge, observer of 10,000 civilizations. I require a proper introduction to your species leadership cast." Emma glanced at her phone, where her last text to her department head had transformed into "Eldritch entities in dig site. Stop time is meaningless. Stop. Send grant money. Stop." She pocketed it with a sigh. Right about that. She rummaged through her backpack, pulling out a family-size bag of Doritos. "I'm technically the highest-ranking person here right now, since my research assistant called in sick. Want some? They're Cool Ranch." The Guardian's form flickered in what might have been confusion. "You offer sustenance to a being of pure energy and cosmic wisdom. I offer snacks to everyone in my dig sites. It's good hospitality." Emma held out the bag. "Also, I'm stress eating because you just broke several laws of physics, and I'm trying really hard to maintain my scientific objectivity." The entity moved closer, its presence causing the Doritos bag to float momentarily before settling back down. "Your species appears to lack the proper protocols for first contact with superior beings. Where are your ceremonial robes? Your quantum harmonizers? Your dimensional stabilizers?" Emma brushed Dorito dust off her Indiana Jones was wrong about everything t-shirt. "We've got Twitter, and I'm streaming this to about." She checked her viewer count. Holy crap. 2 million people now. "So technically, you're getting a bigger welcome ceremony than most heads of state." The Guardian's form shimmered in what Emma's anthropologist brain interpreted as either deep offense or cosmic indigestion. 2 million observers. Through primitive electronic means, it moved closer to her phone, causing the screen to display next week's weather. "How do you coordinate your species' collective consciousness?" "Mostly through memes and cat videos," Emma replied, then quickly added, "But we also have peer-reviewed journals and quantum physics and stuff. We're just more casual about it than you might expect." The Guardian processed this information, causing several nearby crystals to play what sounded suspiciously like hold music. "Your civilization's development is chaotic, unpredictable. You have achieved quantum mechanics but still consume processed corn products. You understand complex mathematics but use them to create memes." "Yeah, we contain multitudes," Emma agreed, then noticed her livestream chat exploding with new activity. "Oh, and apparently you're trending on Twitter. Hashtag Cosmic Guardian Entity is competing with hashtag WhatDawidamau and hashtag Doritos Diplomacy." The Guardian's form briefly displayed all trending topics simultaneously, creating a kaleidoscope of social media metrics. "Your species broadcasts first contact across global information networks, yet responds with humor, curiosity, not fear." Emma shrugged, opening a new bag of Doritos. "Fear's there too, but we're pretty good at multitasking emotions. Also, half the internet thinks you're viral marketing for something, and the other half is already making TikToks about you. Welcome to humanity. This is unprecedented." The Guardian's voice caused several nearby crystals to harmonize into what sounded like confused elevator music. "In my eons of observing civilizations, none has ever responded to cosmic revelation with..." It paused, apparently reading the livestream chat. "Suggestions for a collab or requests for my skincare routine." "If it helps," Emma offered, "I'm still doing proper scientific documentation. I'm just also live tweeting it, because my tenure committee needs to see this." She held up her tablet, which was now displaying equations in a language that wouldn't be invented for another 5 centuries. Though I might need to translate some of these notes back into current mathematics. The Guardian hovered silently for a moment, its form cycling through colors that human eyes weren't meant to process. Finally, it spoke. Dr. Emma Hayes, your species requires urgent warning about impending cosmic dangers. But first, explain to me this concept of viral marketing, and why humans believe reality-altering entities would be involved in product promotion. Emma looked at her camera, then at her trending notification, then at the cosmic being apparently preparing to learn about human social media. Well, she said, reaching for another Dorito, this should be interesting. Dr. Hayes, please explain why there are 17 different government vehicles approaching our location, the Guardian asked, its form briefly displaying a real-time satellite feed of the surrounding area. Emma, who had spent the last hour teaching the cosmic entity about hashtags, looked up from her tablet. Oh, that's probably because of Dave. Dave? Yeah, one of my viewers works for the NSA and apparently had to report this. She scrolled through her messages. Also, my stream got picked up by major news networks. 3 UFO hunting groups tagged the CIA, and someone called their congressman. The Guardian's crystalline structure pulsed with what Emma had started to recognize as anxiety. Your species involves political entities in first contact scenarios. We involve political entities in everything. It's kind of our thing. Emma started quickly packing her research equipment. Though you might want to brace yourself. Earth bureaucracy can be more complex than cosmic law. As if on cue, her phone rang. The caller ID read Department of Defense in letters that kept rearranging themselves into warnings about the heat death of the universe. Dr. Hayes speaking, she answered, putting it on speaker. If this is about the cosmic entity, I already filled out Form 27B concerning unexpected archaeological discoveries. This is General Roberts. We need you to evacuate the site immediately for national security reasons. The Guardian, who had been quietly observing Emma's social media feeds, suddenly spoke. QUERY. Du is the General Roberts' poesy est higher authority than the blue CHECKMARK verification on DR. He is parophile. There was a long pause on the other end of the line. What was that? The general asked. That was the Guardian of the Seventh Seal, Emma explained, shooting an apologetic look at the cosmic entity. It's been learning about human social structures. We just covered Twitter verification, and now it's confused about our power hierarchies. Which are indeed confusing. The Guardian added, your species simultaneously operates through formal military structures, elected officials, corporate interests, and something called influencer marketing. Emma's phone suddenly buzzed with notifications. Her livestream clips had gone viral. Hashtag Guardian off the Seventh Seal was trending worldwide, and someone had already created a Guardian parody account with 500,000 followers. Dr. Hayes, the general's voice was strained. We have protocols for this situation. Actually, Emma checked her tablet. According to my research, we have 7 different and contradicting protocols from different agencies, none of which account for the entity being a social media sensation. The Guardian's form flickered as it processed this. In my experience, most civilizations have clear hierarchical structures for handling cosmic revelations. Your species appears to be simultaneously mobilizing military forces, creating entertainment content, and, it paused, discussing my potential participation in something called a podcast. Welcome to Earth, Emma said, just as the first convoy of vehicles reached the temple entrance, where we handle cosmic revelations through a combination of military intervention, scientific investigation, and meme creation. The next hour was chaos. The temple filled with representatives from various agencies, each insisting they had jurisdiction. Emma watched as the Guardian attempted to understand human bureaucracy. No, I will not sign your NONDCLOSUR agreement. I am a cosmic entity. Yes, I am AWARE of your department's GURISDICTION, but DDAR. He is live ESTRAM HA is ALORE ADWVE and VIUWE by CENTEE and million humans. No, I can not provide a social security number. Finally, Emma stepped in. Everyone, stop. The Guardian chose to communicate with me, and according to Article 7 of the International Scientific Discovery Act, that makes me the primary contact. Actually, a CIA agent began, but Emma cut him off. Furthermore, the Guardian has already integrated with human social media networks. Any attempt to classify this discovery would be like trying to put toothpaste back in the tube, a tube that's currently doing a TikTok dance challenge. The Guardian's form stabilized into something resembling approval. Dr. Hayes speaks truth. Also, I have reviewed your agency's paperwork requirements. They are more Byzantine than the cosmic maze of eternal suffering, which I find both impressive and disturbing. Emma's phone buzzed again. The Guardian's Twitter parody account had just been verified. Fine. General Roberts sighed. Dr. Hayes stays as primary contact, but we need to establish some protocols. NOTIFICHHION. The Guardian interrupted, its form displaying multiple social media feeds simultaneously. Your DUARDIANSVEAKS is NENODOTRNDING in 73 countries. Humans are URIHUUESTING my opinions on various topics, including something KALED pineapple on pizza. Emma looked at the assembled government officials and smiled. So, who wants to explain Earth's food debates to a cosmic entity? Emma sat cross-legged on the temple floor, surrounded by holographic displays the Guardian had conjured while attempting to explain cosmic protocol. Her phone kept transforming between states of matter as the entity's presence interfered with its quantum processors. Let me get this straight, she said, dunking her fifth stress relief cookie into her coffee, which had somehow remained perfectly hot for 3 hours. You're telling me that an ancient cosmic horror called the Void Collective is coming to eat our civilization's knowledge and potential. Correct. The Guardian's form rippled with concern. They consume the essence of developing species, leaving only empty case of civilization behind. And according to ancient cosmic law, you're supposed to put us through trials to prove we're worthy of being saved. Precisely. The trials are designed to. Yeah, we're not doing that. Emma interrupted, pulling up her tablet. Check this out. She displayed a complex diagram she'd been working on. I've analyzed your protocols, cross-referenced them with human achievement metrics, and found at least 7 shortcuts we can use to speed-run these trials. The Guardian's form flickered in what might have been cosmic distress. Speed. Run. It's a gaming term. Basically, we find efficient ways to. You cannot speed-run cosmic trials. The Guardian's agitation caused several nearby crystals to play what sounded like anxiety-induced jazz. These are ancient protoxiols. DZIGNED2TEST, the worth of entire civilizations. Emma took another sip of her eternally hot coffee. The same protocols that didn't account for social media, memes, or the fact that humans would immediately try to find loopholes. Look at this. She pulled up a Reddit thread where thousands of users were already theorizing about the trials based on the Guardian's earlier cryptic statements. The Guardian leaned in, its presence causing the tablet to display the thread in 17 dimensions. Your species AHAs ALREADBGUN, analyzing the HFYs. Yep, that quantum physics puzzle you mentioned. Someone solved it using Minecraft redstone circuits. The test of cultural unity. There's a TikTok challenge about it with 2 billion views. The trial of wisdom. Wikipedia editors are standing by. The cosmic entities form cycled through colors that shouldn't exist. This is not how civilizations are supposed to respond to extinction, reveal threats. Welcome to Earth, Emma grinned, pulling up more data, where we turn cosmic horror into viral content and solve ancient puzzles through collaborative speedrunning strats. Suddenly, her phone chimed with an alert from one of her monitoring programs. The Guardian's form solidified in alarm. Void coalesced IV scout ship, DTTCTE, it announced, entering solar system. Estimated arrival, 72 hours. Emma's fingers flew across her tablet. Perfect timing. We've got a working prototype of our defense system ready for testing. You have already developed defenses. How? Remember that gaming group I introduced you to yesterday? They've been theory-crafting defense strategies while streaming. The quantum physicists joined their Discord. Then the social media analysts got involved. And well, she showed the Guardian a complex diagram that looked like a cross between a military strategy document and a meme compilation. The Guardian processed this information, causing reality to hiccup slightly. Your species developed cosmic defense strategies through gaming communities and social media platforms. With some help from DARPA, yeah. Turns out the combination of military technology, gamer logic, and viral trends creates some interesting solutions. Emma pulled up another document. We call it Project Uno Reverse Card. UNAMED, a planetary defense system, after a card game. Actually, we named it after a meme about a card game. The official name has 47 syllables and 5 classified code words, but nobody uses that. The Guardian's form shifted between states of bewilderment and fascination. In all my eons of existence, I have never encountered a species that ate PPROCG's cosmic 380s with such unconventional methods. Emma started typing out commands on her tablet, which was now glowing with impossible energy. That's our secret weapon. The Void Collective expects civilizations to follow logical progression paths. We're basically glitching the matrix by combining advanced technology with pure chaotic human energy. And this works. We're about to find out. She hit the final command key, causing nearby crystals to pulse with power. Time to test our theory that you can't predict what you can't understand. Want to watch me live stream humanity's first cosmic defense test? The Guardian's form stabilized into something approaching resignation mixed with curiosity. I suspect I don't have a choice. Nope. Emma agreed cheerfully, starting her stream. Now let's show that scout ship why you don't mess with a species that turned cosmic horror into a trending topic. Your think tank consists of these individuals. The Guardian's form flickered as it observed the chaos unfolding in Emma's hastily assembled command center, which looked more like a gaming convention than a military installation. Emma nodded, watching as a teenager in a Pokemon shirt explained quantum entanglement to a 4-star general. We've got top gamers, physicists, social media strategists, and military experts all working together. The kid talking about quantum mechanics. He solved a 50-year-old physics problem while streaming Fortnite last month. And TIS is normal or your species. The collaboration. Pretty much. The stakes are usually lower though. She gestured to a group huddled around multiple monitors. That's our meme warfare division. They're working on weaponizing viral content against the Void Collective's quantum sensors. The Guardian drifted closer to observe a heated debate between a TikTok influencer and a NASA scientist about the properties of spacetime. Your species combines scientific principles with internet culture. We find it works better than either one alone, Emma explained, pulling up a holographic display that the Guardian's presence had enhanced to show 11 dimensions. See this? We're using trending algorithms to predict quantum fluctuations. Turns out viral spread patterns match cosmic energy distributions almost perfectly. Fascinating. And D.P.L.I. Su-Un-C-E-R-Nang. A young woman in a lab coat covered in anime pins rushed up to them, nearly dropping her energy drink. Dr. Hayes, we've got something. The Minecraft quantum computer team just simulated a perfect defense matrix. Emma quickly pulled up the data, which the Guardian's presence caused to float off the screen and dance in the air. They built a working quantum model in Minecraft. Yeah. Then the Reddit theory crafting group figured out how to translate it into actual quantum states. We're calling it the UU defense system. The Guardian's form briefly displayed every question mark in human history simultaneously. UU. Don't ask, Emma advised, studying the floating equations. But this could actually work. We're basically creating a quantum shield made of weaponized chaos theory and meme energy. Around them, the command center buzzed with activity. A group of Discord moderators was coordinating with military strategists, while the sports champions ran defense simulations using modified gaming rigs. Someone had set up a live stream that was simultaneously broadcasting to Twitch, YouTube, and classified military channels. Your AP Praroch to Cosmic Defense, DDFI's ALO King and Omen Protocols, the Guardian observed, watching as a meme about quantum physics went viral and somehow caused a breakthrough in shield harmonics. That's kind of the point, Emma said, pulling up more data. The Void Collective expects logical, predictable responses. Instead, they're getting. She gestured to where a K-pop fan group was successfully using social media trend analysis to predict quantum wave functions. But how can you be certain this will? The Guardian's question was interrupted by alarms blaring across the facility. Scout ship entering test range. Someone shouted. Engaging UU defense protocol. Emma's fingers flew across her holographic controls. Everyone ready. Remember, we're not just testing the technology. We're testing if cosmic horrors can handle pure, unfiltered human chaos. The Guardian watched in what might have been horror or amazement as Emma's team sprang into action. The teenager in the Pokemon shirt started rapid-firing quantum calculations. The Meme Warfare Division deployed their first wave of weaponized viral content. The K-pop analysts began predicting temporal fluctuations with frightening accuracy. Quantum Shields Holding called out a streamer-turned-defense operator. The scout ship's sensors are trying to analyze our defenses, but they keep getting redirected to cat videos. They're attempting to breach our outer mimetic layer, reported a social media strategist. Deploying emergency Rickroll countermeasures. The Guardian's form pulsed with impossible colors. You are defending against cosmic entities. With Internet warfare, not just defending. Emma grinned, watching as the scout ship sensors became hopelessly entangled in a quantum field modulated by viral trending patterns. We're making them question everything they thought they knew about emerging civilizations. How do you predict a species that turns cosmic horror into memes and builds quantum computers in Minecraft? The facility shook as the scout ship attempted to process what it was encountering. Emma turned to the Guardian, her eyes gleaming with scientific excitement and just a touch of chaos. Want to see what happens when we activate the TikTok temporal displacement field? Scout ship attempting to establish quantum lock, announced a technician whose desktop background was anime fan art of the Guardian. They're trying to analyze our defense patterns. Emma's fingers danced across holographic controls that shouldn't have existed an hour ago. That's their first mistake. Trying to find patterns in pure chaos. Deploy Operation Keyboard Cat. The Guardian's form vibrated with concern. Wo you are using ancient eternity references as weapons. Even better, Emma grinned, watching as her screens filled with cascading data. We're using the evolutionary history of meme culture to create quantum noise. The scout ship's AI can't process how cat videos evolved into deep-fried memes. It's like trying to explain interpretive dance to a calculator. Around them, the command center had devolved into beautiful chaos. The Minecraft quantum computing team was building reality-bending structures in real time. The K-pop analysts had somehow turned fandom statistics into predictive quantum algorithms. 3 TikTok stars were coordinating drone swarms through choreographed dances. Alert, the scout ship's first transmission echoed through the facility. Civilization, categorization, impossible. Behavior patterns do not sequentiform to known parameters. Oh, they haven't seen anything yet, Emma muttered, then raised her voice. Deploy the Reddit gamut. A team of moderators and quantum physicists activated a series of algorithms that turned theoretical physics discussions into weapons-grade confusion. The scout ship's sensors struggled to process a civilization that debated string theory through reaction GIFs. Target showing signs of computational distress reported a teenager who had apparently learned quantum mechanics through SpongeBob memes. Their probability matrices are destabilizing. The Guardian drifted closer to Emma's station, its form shifting between states of disbelief and fascination. Your species is defending itself by confusing the enemy to death. Not death, Emma corrected, initiating another sequence. We're just showing them that analyzing humanity is like trying to nail jelly to a cloud that's simultaneously hosting a rave and solving Fermat's last theorem. The facility shook as the scout ship attempted another scan. Emergency lights flashed, and somewhere a printer started producing quantum equations in Comic Sans. They're adapting. Someone shouted. The scout ship is attempting to compensate for our chaos patterns. Emma's grin turned predatory. Perfect. Initiate protocol rickroll. You cannot be serious. The Guardian's form flickered in what might have been cosmic embarrassment. Dead serious. We've weaponized the concept of getting rickrolled into a quantum state disruption field. The ship's AI will try to predict our next move, but instead, alert, the scout ship's transmission cut in. Civilization exercise, impossible behavioral patterns, attempting to never joanna givup, never joanna litudion. Error. QUANTUMCOHERENCE compromised. The command center erupted in cheers as the scout ship's sensors began to malfunction. On the main screen, they watched as the vessel's attempts to analyze Earth culture resulted in its AI having what appeared to be an existential crisis. Final phase, Emma announced, her fingers flying across the controls. Deploy operation. This is fine. The Guardian's form stabilized into something approaching horrified admiration as humanity's ultimate weapon activated, their ability to face cosmic horror with memes and proceed anyway. Alert, the scout ship transmitted one final time. Civilization type He. UNDEFINED. Threat level. Incalculable. Purime ori dati rec IV. Reticreati and RECALIBRAT. They watched as the scout ship practically fled from Earth's orbit, its sensors still glitching with random meme references and quantum confusion. Did we just defeat an advanced cosmic entity with shitposting? Asked a junior analyst who had coordinated part of the defense through Discord. Not defeated, Emma corrected, reviewing the data streaming across her screens. We just convinced them that humanity doesn't play by their rules. The Void Collective expects civilizations to develop along predictable paths. Instead, they found a species that builds quantum computers in video games and turns cosmic horror into viral content. The Guardian's form pulsed with what might have been respect. In all of my eons of existence, IHVY a civilization, defend itself, life. Whatever this was. Emma leaned back in her chair, watching as her team celebrated their victory with a mixture of scientific analysis and meme creation. Want to know the best part? That was just our beta test. Wait until they see what happens when we actually try. Above them, the facility's quantum displays showed the scout ship's retreat, its path looking suspiciously like a giant U-U in space-time. Emma found the Guardian hovering in the facility's break room at 3 a.m., its cosmic form illuminating a half-eaten bag of Doritos while it scrolled through TikTok on 17-dimensional displays. Still trying to understand human culture? She asked, pouring coffee that the Guardian's presence immediately heated to the perfect temperature. Your species is perplexing, it responded, displaying a viral video of someone explaining quantum entanglement through interpretive dance. You simultaneously advance horticuloi white and create this. We contain multitudes, Emma shrugged, then noticed the Guardian's form was different. Are you wearing a hoodie? The cosmic entity's energy had indeed shaped itself into something resembling a university sweatshirt. IHKVBEN studying human casual attire. Also, your internities CUGGSTD Hako UDIEs are appropriate for EXISTNTIALCRICS. You're having an existential crisis. I am a cosmic entity designed to guide civilizations through PREDETERMLINED paths. The Guardian's form flickered with uncertainty. But your species, REFUSE is, to the full alo ANY Kingnenon PATHRN. You turn cosmic horror into entertainment. You solveQUANTUMEQUATIONs through gaming. You, it paused, displaying a recent memory. UNADNMA into AFUNKO pop. Emma glanced at the prototype figurine on her desk. In our defense, the merchandise sales are funding our defense research. Around them, the facility hummed with late-night activity. In one room, physicists and professional gamers were running combat simulations in a modified version of Space Invaders. In another, social media analysts were turning the Guardian's cosmic wisdom into bite-sized content for Instagram. The thing is, Emma continued, pulling up data from their scout ship encounter. Humanity's greatest strength isn't our technology, or even our scientific understanding. It's our ability to adapt and find unexpected solutions. We take ancient cosmic wisdom and turn it into relatable content, because that's how we process and share information. The Guardian's form shifted, displaying snippets of human history. Your species FACEDX tank children reveal events multiple times, yet says you are VVD KVR UVJ Mimiamiz and DETERMINATION and coffee, Emma added, taking another sip. Don't forget coffee. Suddenly, their conversation was interrupted by alarms. Emma rushed to the nearest console, the Guardian floating beside her. Multiple quantum signatures detected. A technician reported. The Void Collective is coming sooner than expected. They're adapting to our defenses. Emma watched as the data streamed across her screen. No, she smiled. They think they're adapting. But they're still trying to predict us using logical patterns. Show me the analysis of their approach vector. The display filled with complex calculations that the Guardian's presence rendered in impossible colors. They are attempting to CUNTR, your PREVI odious strategies. Exactly. They're preparing for what they think humanity will do, based on what we've done before. Emma's fingers flew across the controls. But that's like trying to predict the next meme format. It's not about logic. It's about chaos and creativity. The Guardian's form pulsed with sudden understanding. You are not merely defending against the void Galactic. You are teaching them that some things cannot be predicted or consumed. Now you're getting it. Emma grinned, activating the facility's main systems. Humanity doesn't just adapt to chaos. We embrace it. We turn it into art, science, and really questionable social media content. Around them, the command center came alive as night shift personnel mobilized. The Guardian watched as humans prepared for cosmic war using a combination of advanced technology and what appeared to be a choreographed TikTok dance. "I was meant to guide your species," the Guardian mused, its hooded form glowing with new purpose. "Instead, you are teaching humanity that even cosmic entities can evolve." Emma looked up at the ancient being that had gone from demanding proper protocols to understanding meme culture. That's humanity's real superpower. We don't just change to survive. We help everything around us change too. Even cosmic entities. Even cosmic entities, the Guardian agreed, its form displaying a perfect blend of ancient power and modern memes. "Now, shall we show you the void Galactic? Why they showed DFER, a species that TURNDME into a social media, INFLUENCER." Emma cracked her knuckles, watching as humanity prepared to face cosmic horror with science, memes, and sheer audacity. Let's give them a final they'll never see coming. The Void Collective arrived in formation that could best be described as cosmic horror meets military precision. Their ships, if they could be called ships, warped reality around them, turning the sky into something that hurt to look at. Emma stood in the command center, watching as humanity responded to extinction-level threats the only way they knew how, with a mixture of scientific genius, raw determination, and weaponized absurdity. "They're broadcasting their demands," announced a communications officer who had decorated her station with both quantum equations and anime stickers. The voice of the Void Collective filled the facility. "Surrender your knowledge and potential for CONCUMPTION. Resistance is." "Sorry to interrupt," Emma cut in, "but we're live streaming your invasion on TikTok, and the comments section is roasting your dramatic entrance pretty hard. Might want to work on that." There was a pause that felt like reality hiccuping. "Your species, Dairies 2 MOCK, currently trending at #1 worldwide." Emma continued, pulling up social media metrics that the Guardian's presence caused to float in impossible colors. "The hashtag is #VoidCollectiveIsOverParty." Around her, humanity's defense systems activated in ways that defied cosmic logic. The Minecraft quantum computer team had somehow turned their virtual fortifications into real quantum shields. K-pop fans were using fandom organization tactics to coordinate global defense grids. Someone had turned the entire internet into a weapon by weaponizing every cat video ever made. Impossible, the Void Collective transmitted as their first wave of attacks met a defense system built from equal parts advanced physics and shitposting. "Your civilization CANOT. Can't what?" Emma interrupted again, watching as their attacks were absorbed by quantum shields modulated by meme energy. "Can't fight back. Can't survive. Or can't make you question your entire existence through the power of viral content and interpretive dance." The Guardian, still wearing its cosmic hoodie, floated beside her. "They TANOTQOMPREENDA species, they ATTURNINS into creativity, and CAAOS into strength." "Exactly," Emma grinned, initiating their primary defense protocol. "Show them what humanity does best, absolutely everything at once." The command center erupted into controlled chaos. Social media analysts deployed psychological warfare through trending topics. Gamers and quantum physicists merged their skills to create defense strategies that shouldn't work but did. 3 different AI systems had an existential crisis trying to predict what humans would do next. "Their quantum matrices are destabilizing," shouted a scientist whose lab coat was covered in neem pins. "They can't process our defense patterns." "That's because there are no patterns," Emma replied, watching as the Void Collective's attempts to analyze humanity resulted in their systems being flooded with everything from quantum mechanics explained through cat memes to philosophical debates conducted entirely in GIFs. The Guardian's form pulsed with something like pride. "Your species is HEVD something unprecedented. UAVMADCHAOS into an art form. What is this?" the Void Collective demanded as their forces encountered defense systems that operated on dream logic and ran on pure audacity. "This is humanity," Emma answered, activating their final protocol. "We're the species that turned your cosmic horror into a merchandising opportunity. We're the civilization that taught an ancient guardian to understand memes. We're the people who look at the incomprehensible void and say, 'Cool, but can it play Doom?'" The facility shook as reality itself seemed to bend around them. The Void Collective's forces began to retreat, their attempts to consume human knowledge backfiring as they encountered Wikipedia edit wars and YouTube comment sections. "Teleification, impossible," the Void Collective transmitted. "Species DEFIs KOSMIKLA. Threat illegal. ANCOMPR ENSID. Recom, Mended Action, Reteriate, and AVOIDFURTERCONTAT." They watched as the cosmic horror armada fled Earth's solar system, leaving behind what looked suspiciously like a confused emoji in spacetime. "Did we just save Earth with the power of human chaos?" someone asked in the sudden silence. "No." Emma smiled, looking at the Guardian who had gone from demanding proper protocols to helping coordinate defense through social media. "We did something better. We proved that humanity's greatest strength isn't our technology or our knowledge. It's our ability to face the impossible and turn it into something uniquely ours." "Humanity," the Guardian announced, its hoodie-shaped form glowing with newfound understanding. "HASBEENT classified as too weird to co-inquire in the cosmic database." "Best compliment ever," Emma declared, watching as her team celebrated their victory with a combination of scientific analysis and meme creation. "Now, who wants to help me write my dissertation on the role of social media in cosmic defense?" Above them, the stars twinkled normally again, while somewhere in the vast cosmos, the Void Collective tried to explain how they were defeated by a species that defended itself with quantum physics and cat videos.